Alright, some more Sunday ramblings. Just saw a good video. Uh, Bubba, 008, 009. Buddy, good to see you're back. Let's watch your last vid, man. A lot of good stuff there. I think it's funny you send people over to End Time. My very first video, I believe, I'd have to go back and watch, but I believe I said go over there if you need your soul saved. You know, you ain't got to agree with everything he says, folks, and he will put conviction on you. I don't care what you think you know. He'll put the conviction on you. And let's be honest. I think we're going to need the G.I. Jesus here pretty soon. And now that's not the one that put his life on the tree for our salvation. The next time we see the Savior, he's coming back in full GI mode. He's going to be whooping that ass. I think we're going to need that. Anyways, not to digress. Bubba, loved what you're talking, man. I've been thinking these things through a lot, and I watched a ton of YouTube here in the last few days, and between people getting pissy and yelling at each other about stuff and replying to nonsense, there's been a whole lot of smack talk lately. A lot of good stuff. I've heard a lot of good things, but man, it seems like a lot of people are just talking crazy talk. Let's be honest. Maybe right now is the time to do a little keeping your head down low. Maybe quit pointing guns at cameras and things like that. It's just not the time to be getting crazy. Let's talk a little bit about everybody getting together in one spot, maybe doing a little marching, maybe try to come up with an idea of where we all go and tell Washington we would really like for you to quit stomping all over our Bill of Rights. I think it's a great idea. The problem is, in all actuality, you got a bunch of people that might be able to make a difference here in the future. We might be the only people left in this country that can save it. And we're all going to get in one friggin' spot. I gave you a little history lesson. In Venezuela, they had a little march one time, and somebody shot a few cops, and all hell kind of broke loose. Of course, the CIA was involved, and somehow Chavez got the blame for that. They ousted him. They went in there and captured his butt, and the people of Venezuela kind of lost their minds over it. They loved the Chavez. And 3 days later, after him being abducted, they had to put him on a helicopter and bring him back to his house or the Capitol building. And, that can happen. I'll give you a little scenario. Let's say we put 1 million men, women together, a bunch of patriots, and we all cruise down Pennsylvania Avenue, and we want to make a difference. Now, we're unarmed. Don't want to go armed. That's the word. Well, here's what I'd do if it was me. I'd put a 2-man sniper team, maybe 2 2-man sniper teams, up on a building, and when that row of cops, sheriffs, law enforcement, whatever, the Darth Vader black-wearing mother scratchers, they're going to be at one area, and we're going to go towards them. We're going to be around them. And if it was me, I'd have a couple of highly trained marksmen up there. And who knows, maybe they'll lay down with an M40. Maybe they'll have the big bear out. And they drop a cop, a sheriff, a somebody. They put a bullet in them. And, they might be armored. They might have their helmets on, but I'll be honest with you. They're going to take a shot. They're going to take a shot from either right here to right here or in the back in the same location. They're going to shoot at their heads. They're going to shoot at their throat and face. They're not going to miss. When that happens, guys and girls, all hell is going to break loose. I don't care what you say about the Bill of Rights. You can scream and holler all you want. If that happens, in the wings, down the side streets, somewhere, there's going to be response forces. The initial group might have nothing but non-lethal weapons, at least non-lethal ammunition. But I guarantee you, that they've got 1 or 12 magazines full of the real deal, and they will quickly switch over from non-lethal to extremely lethal, and there we are, unarmed. I don't care how many million of people you got in one spot. If you get surrounded, it would be a bad day for the Patriots. We would basically be bent, and then we would be violated. We would have no lube used. We wouldn't get reach around. They probably won't kiss us on the neck. We're going to get a screwing. And let's say you're one of the leaders of the Patriot movement. They single you out. Next thing you know, you end up in Bagram. You might be in Diego. You're going to get rendition. They're going to talk to you. So I'm thinking that might not be the best plan. I'm thinking more along the lines of keeping your damn head down. So, with that being said, let's talk about where we're at right now in our own little home. Here's the thing. Everybody talks a lot of good stuff about blasting, killing them all, and dying for this and that and the other thing. One big rule of war is don't die for your country, make the other feller die for their country. The other big rule is the best plan. I don't care how cool your team is. Let's say you're a small unit, 8-man, 5-man. You're the baddest of the baddest. You know what? The first time the rounds fling a ring and ding and ding shoot down range, that good plan goes right out the window. No plan survives the first few seconds of combat. So, for all of y'all out there that you go to the ranges and you shoot and you do this, that, and the other thing, how often have you fired around in your home? How often have you ever fired a weapon in a closed building or closed surroundings with no hearing protection? What happens when you fire that round? See, those are things we need to talk about. But let's be serious. Let's say you've done something silly. You've attracted somebody's attention, and they send some people to your front door. Sheriffs, cops, 5-man entry team, whatever. There's some things we got to understand. Do they have a warrant? If they have a warrant, what are you going to do? Are you going to let them in? They're going to put you down. They're going to zip cuff you. Then they're going to rat fuck everything that you own, and you're going to have to watch it. Whether or not you go to jail doesn't matter. All your stuff is gone. Your protection's gone. There's that. Or do you get crazy and when you go to the door, and now you're going to be a little upset, you're going to be a little nervous, you're going to have a little adrenaline, your asshole's going to be so puckered that you couldn't drive a needle in it with a daggum sledgehammer. What are you going to do? Are you going to ask for a warrant, or are you going to start blasting? If they've got a warrant, that's going to be trouble. They're coming. If they don't, you can ask them to leave. If they don't leave, what are you going to do? Shoot through the door? That's going to start a world of snot that you do not want to be in. Let's say, even if the world goes all to hell, and you're the baddest hombre on the block. If you start whacking people, if you start shooting, I don't care what it is. If it's a friggin' pop gun or a daggum 12-gauge damn shotgun, you got your Wingmaster 870 just a blasting. People are going to ask questions. I don't care how screwed up the world is. Your neighbors are going to wonder, what the hell's going on? I've got a firefight next door. People are going to start asking questions. What are you going to do with the bodies? I don't care if you can stack them all up. What are you going to do? Now all of a sudden you've got an issue because you're no longer under the radar. There's going to be more people come. There's going to be more discussions. Who has a plan? Who has that big after action report? When it's all said and done, what do you do? What do you do after that? Now, we can all sit here and talk on YouTube in our homes, smoke our smokes, drink our coffee. But let's be honest. Nobody's got any good information out there beyond I'd die for this, I'd die for that, I'll shoot this, I'll shoot that. Come on. If you survive that first 5 or 6 seconds of encounter, you walk away, oh, there's going to be issues. Not even to speak of, forget dying. Most of the time when you get shot, you don't die right away. take a headshot, take a heart shot. But for the most part, you're going to have to deal with treating some wounds. Let's say you do survive the first firefight, the first engagement. What do you do then? I'm going to make another video about that. Be right back. Peace out.